A young entrepreneur from Atlanta, Kwab Asante set out with the goal to unite people under one banner of making progress day by day. Not knowing where the journey would lead or how bumpy the road would be on this journey, he knew it needed to be done. Kwab says when creating this brand, he never had competition in mind, only the thought of helping people do better than they did the day before. Kwab is thankful for his customers and mentors that helped and supported him along the way, and he will continue to do the work that will allow him to break barriers, deliver the best possible product message, and be an inspiration to young Black men and entrepreneurs of all walks of life. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Blondie Spotlight, where I interview amazing entrepreneurs. And today is absolutely no different. Today, joining me is a longtime friend of mine, an amazing entrepreneur, another Cancer, my friend, my family, Mr. Kwab Asante. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? And I wanna add on to that really quickly when we start. Um, like Katina said, we know each other forever and we are family, but I also want to reiterate that we are Ramily as well. Ever since the merger, I am no longer a Darton Cavalier. I am a Albany State Golden Ram, and I want to be respected as such. Thank you, Ram Buck. I'm waiting to
Okay.
hear that for a while.
Yes, we are Ramily as well. I know him from my days at Albany State University, where he was
Hmm.
also there. So,
Yes, unsinkable. I just want to say that as well.
okay.
HBCU.
So let's get into these questions because that's why I brought you here as an entrepreneur. So, for those who don't know about you and your brand, can you let them know about your business?
Um, First off, the business is called Swamp Brand Clothing. Stands for someone who's always making progress. I want to say I started playing around with it 2015. The idea came to me. Well, it had been around for a while. I just wanted to take what I already knew and put a positive spin on it, and just make it something that everyone would could relate to in any walk of life, because everybody wants to make progress or do better than they did yesterday, whether it be a weight loss goal, whether it be a health goal, whether it be financially, academically, whatever. But people always want to move forward. Um, and once I was able to like get this idea together, I knew I just wanted to move forward with it and push it, and it allows me to. I've spoken at schools about financial literacy. I've helped out with food banks when I was in Atlanta and stuff like that. So it allowed me to like move in different spaces and connect myself with people and connect other people with people. So that's what like I feel like that's my thing. Using this vessel of clothing line to allow me to move in certain spaces and just like uh, just grow my network. And that's what I like to do. People always talk about like, oh, what do you like, or like what's your passion and stuff like that, or what's your calling, because like everyone has like something they're a master at, whatever they have their 10,000 hours in, and you don't realize it a lot of times because it's a natural thing to you. You've been doing all the time. And if you know me, you know that like a gift that I have is talking. Like I don't stop talking. And
This
like
interview
somehow,
started 15 minutes late because.
somehow, like if I know you, I know your cousin, like I remember things about you. And like those are like things that are wildly overlooked as a talent and bringing people together. Like Katina never lets me know. I'm just gonna tell y'all real. Katina never lets me know guys that she's talking to, because I'll meet them one time and I remember everything about them, and it's just like a wrap. She's like, I don't even talk to him no more. Like for like 3 years. Oh, really? But he's from such and such, and da 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 da. Like
Yeah.
that's just what I do. So I have something that allows me to do that, and that really like makes me happy. And you know, yeah, that's what it is. And the money comes afterward, or now, however you want to look at it.
I love that, following your passion. So, at the time when you decided to create this clothing line, we knew a whole bunch of people who were also starting clothing lines. So some people would look at that as saying like, well, the market is too saturated. I should go about it some other way. What made you decide, you know what, this is a clothing route, a clothing line is the route that I want to go in?
Um, I was definitely told that a lot when I was trying to get it together. Oh, the clothing line is so saturated and da 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 blase blase. But then I look at it like you have to have industry disruptors. Like if everyone believed that, oh, someone else did this before, then we wouldn't have such a broad thing to choose from. Like if Honda and like all these Japanese auto dealers that got into the game later than like Ford with the assembly line said, oh, they're doing it in America, we don't need to. No, then you can't be afraid. Like failure is like a part of it. So like I always say like behind progress or behind success is going to be failure. Like period, point blank. Like you can't be afraid to like just break out and do what you like, do what you feel like you're doing, or do what you're supposed to do, right? And I attest that to like before, like I want to say I did a clothing line and stuff like that. I want to be a professional baseball player, not basketball. I'm too short, but baseball. Like my whole life, I told myself, like I'm gonna do this. Like I'm going to do this. Like so when you jump up in like just to put the numbers on it. So in order to be a professional anything, you're actually sports wise, you're actually like applying for a job that has no expansion, like no extra, like it's always gonna be 9 people on the field. It's always gonna be like that. That's it. Like basketball is always gonna be like 11 people on the team, 5 on the court. In your let's say like I'm from Atlanta. So in my city, there are a million, there are possibly like at least 100 on the low end, 100,000 people my age trying to play the same sport I want to in the same position from all different economic backgrounds. And everyone wants to do that one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me to think, that's just in my city, my county. We're not talking about the state because the numbers continue to grow. And then like you throw in the Dominican Republic and like that's a different little cog as well because they get done with formal school at 13. So you can get drafted professionally at 16. I'm still in 11th grade. So it's so many things working against you, but in your mind you're saying you're the one. Like this is I'm the one. Like I'm gonna make it. So when people would tell me fast forward like, oh, clothing line is so saturated and the clothing line is this and that. I'm like, bro, fuck you. Because in my mind, like, I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna make it. Like, no matter how long it takes, I'm gonna make it. Fuck it. Tyler Perry became a millionaire like 40 something. Fuck it. Like, keep believing. Like, I'm not racing nobody but myself. Like, that's it. Like when you like take on, oh, I wanna work for myself and I wanna like do something, whether it be big, small, or like indifferent, you have to like have those blinders on. And I'm not I don't have a better word for this, so I'm gonna say this, but you have to be like kind of crazy to think that you're gonna be the one. Like I'm gonna make it. Like I'm like everyone's gonna want to buy in to what I believe. Like I'm gonna be so good that people are gonna believe in me. Like when the people I told about it beforehand, and we're not doing it to stun on nobody. At least I'm not. But like everyone said, oh, it's so saturated, it's so this, it's so that. But now people are just buying all the stuff from me and they're believing in me because it had to come from you first. You believe, like you say, I can do this, and not just say like I can do it in front of other people. Say you gotta believe that when you wake up, like when it get dark, when like no like when nobody buying your stuff, you sitting on inventory. When it seemed like damn, like this is not working out. Like you still gotta be like fuck it, like this shit gonna work. This shit gonna pop. I'm telling you, like the next design that's gonna be the one. Like this gonna take me to the next level. Like y'all just like sit back and watch trust the process because I know I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? And not in and you can't be afraid to have that belief in yourself. A lot of times, I think sometimes like people get caught up in like, oh, I don't want to be cocky and stuff like that. Like fuck all that. Because you're confident if you believe that you can really do it, it's not cocky. If you could back it up. Like I've been doing this since 2015. Like if I say like this shit is good, this shit's good, I believe in it. Like if it's the price, that's the price. Like I put my work in, I put my time in. If it's too much for you, hey, it is what it is. I'm not crying about it because I know I'm not I'm not worried about that. I'm looking at the big picture. You feel me? And I'm not gonna let my confidence make you feel like I'm not worried that my confidence makes you feel insecure. That's not my problem. I can't fight that. I can't fight that. If I'm doing what I'm doing and it pissed you off that like shit, you've been doing the same shit your whole life and they ain't got nowhere, but you see somebody with a light and that believe in themselves, that shit really piss people off. It's crazy as fuck. That shit piss people off that you be happy. You be happy and you working toward your goals and you won't let nobody break you down. That man, that really make people upset.
I
But
know.
you can't be concerned with them because one thing you have to understand, if you're gonna be working in a public space and be somewhat of a public figure, like nobody's ever gonna be completely happy with you. And that's just what it is. But circling back to the original question, like that's all of what I said in a nutshell is like I found something that would allow me to use my talent to reach different people and bring people together. So I love being a middleman. So if I know swamp is a thing, but swamp is just one part of it that's gonna allow me to build on top of it. So yeah. I told you I could talk.
I already knew this. Now the audience
Yep.
does too.
Yep.
So you dropped a lot of gems just then, but what would you say would be one of the biggest or the biggest lesson or one of whichever one you want to go with? We'll go with one of the biggest lessons that you've learned since starting your business.
The biggest lesson I learned, bro, don't make nothing. And I really want to phrase this the right way. Don't make stuff just for your friends, because you don't want to get rich off your friends. You want to get rich off strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like if you target whatever you do just to like in a small scope, but you'll miss out on so much money. So like that's my whole thing. Don't just market to one audience because you believe in a whole nother audience out. And I had to learn that in the beginning, like, okay, like, nah, this ain't about to be a streetwear brand. Like this is gonna be like something different. Like this is gonna have a purpose. Like I want aunts and uncles and stuff like that on Facebook. I don't need to be on Facebook like that unless I want to watch a funny video, but I'm not gonna isolate them. And I know, you know what I'm saying, that's something I could tap into. So definitely one of the things the biggest thing I learned was like don't isolate a potential buyer.
Okay, I love that. So now let's get into something a little bit more fun. It's just not that this hasn't been fun, but we want to get to know more about you. So what is something that people wouldn't guess about you, like a little known fact?
I told you I play baseball instead of football.
Because you are football player sized. So
that's man. A dude saw me yesterday and told me, he was like, man, you're a big guy. 3 times. I'm like, dog, I ain't even 6'7". Like I'm a regular size, like 6'2" guy. Like, come on.
I think it's regular to you, but to me, 5'3.5", yeah, you're not small.
Dang, what's something that people wouldn't something that people wouldn't know about me, that I guess is somewhat surprising. I would say I really like just Googling stuff. I don't know if that's like I really like learning, if that makes sense. So like,
yeah, learning makes sense. You liking the Google stuff doesn't, but you like learning. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm one of them people, like I just go down a rabbit hole and just keep learning stuff. But one of my favorite things that you would never guess, I love fables. I love fables and folklore, like from different regions. I love that shit. I love a good story. Paul Bunyan. I'm just going American right now.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Bunyan, Pecos Bill, John Henry. Like, I just like stories about like shit. So like that's like my favorite. Like I love a good fable, like a good origin story, like how the tiger got its stripes or something like that. I'll tell you that story later.
So, speaking of tigers, do you have a favorite animal? And if so, what is it and why?
Um, my favorite animal would have to be a turtle, and that's why it's the logo for I guess the mascot for my clothing line.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah, because you know the turtle won the race, so it's just I always like
Low
it.
and steady wins the race.
Yep. So that's my favorite. They'd be all chilling and stuff, living to like 105 and all that. Well, the
It goes
Galapagos
back to the
turtle.
research, the always
I'm
learning.
just saying that's one of our oldest living joints right there. Like it'd be like really in their hundreds. The Galapagos turtle. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell.
Okay. What needs to happen for you to have a good day?
For me to have a good day, man, I honestly, at this point, honestly, like as long as my family happy, I'll be having a good day. You know, if I wake up, my wife happy, my two kids, they be good. I'm fine. I take my son to daycare every morning. We be talking about real life stuff. Telling them, man, I be a real one, you know. And right now he's on his conservative tip, and I'm like, bro, I don't believe these Republicans. But what am I gonna say? He's a conservative guy. Like the boy's a nut.
The baby's 2, so
Yes, he is too. He is too, and he's informed.
I'm not even about to go into this with you. I'm not. We're gonna move on to the next question.
Just saying.
What do you believe is your greatest achievement?
I know it's cheesy, but other than my two sons, I really want to say marrying my wife. Like, though, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm probably the most family oriented guy. Like, I've been wanting to be married since I was 18, so I'm sorry, guys. Like,
you've been wanting to be up out these streets for a long time.
I didn't want to be in the streets. I was in the street. I didn't want to be there. It's cold. I want to be on the sidewalk in a nice, cozy home. I'm on the street.
You didn't want to be. No, I'm on the sidewalk right now. You wanted to be in the home.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and a nice throw rub. Mm-hmm. Got time for y'all. Eat some chili. I got time for y'all in these streets. Y'all can have it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's play a game called This or That. Now we're gonna try something new here because I found an app that actually has this or that questions on here. So let's see how this works. Let you be the guinea pig for this, and if it don't work, we're gonna cut this out too.
I feel good. I want to do it. It's like some drink champ shit. I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer on this because
oh dang,
we can't cuss. I was like, I never told nobody not to cuss.
We can't curse. Dang, man, we can't cuss. We been cussing. All right, redo.
We here now. We here now.
Dude, man.
It's fine.
Okay.
All right, so you ready? We're gonna play this.
I'm ready.
Well, these are more conversation starters. Let me see if these are not. I thought these were this or that questions, but oh, here it is. This or that. Just had to swipe over. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Go to the gym or exercise at home?
Exercise at home. Go ahead. Come on now. Come on. Nice try.
Swimming or reading?
Swimming. I love that. I'm a Cancer, some kind of water thing.
It's a crab.
It's some kind of water sign. That's what
It's
they
a
say.
water sign, yes.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
the
be.
animal. It's the crab.
I don't be in all that voodoo stuff.
Cards or board games?
Board games. Don't play no cards except Uno.
Coffee. Well, it says coffee cup or thermos, but we can say coffee or tea.
Sweet tea. Does that count? Because then,
It's
yes.
tea. I
There
put
we go.
sugar in all my tea, so.
Well, say that.
You're in the cars. Kia or Saturn?
Ooh, both trash. Both, like Saturn went out of business. Like, and Kias are stolen with a USB port. Like, come on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if y'all.
We're gonna say neither for that one.
Don't do the Kia challenge. You're going to jail.
Please don't. Please don't. Okay, healthy food or comfort food? This is the last one.
Healthy food. That's not my first choice, but it's the right choice. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
The way this diabetes set up, can't be playing around with y'all cornbread and collard greens and candied yams.
And Thanksgiving is coming up, so there's that. So, what is back into business? Let's get back on track with this is Entrepreneur Podcast. So, what would be your goal for your business? You can just say your overall goal, or if you're like the next 5 years or whatever. But what's the goal for your business, or what's a goal for your business?
Okay, so one goal for my business is definitely to transition into more of a outdoor brand, because I feel like as I grow, my audience does grow with me, and I'm kind of like more so into myself and know who I am as a person. And some of my favorite brands I always like enjoy is never the tight stuff. Like, I literally love Dickies and I love Carhartt and like Wrangler and things of that nature. So I'd say like moving more to that space, which also another goal is probably getting into like Walmart. Like, that's the big one. Like, getting clothes into like a department store and like really like moving units, like, and doing, just doing that. So that's probably like one of my bigger goals, is to build on what I've already been doing and then possibly get into a department store. Anyone, I don't care, a small boutique. If any of y'all out there looking, like, I'm ready. I got the units to move. So if you see this and you're like, oh yeah, I like what he's talking about, he seems like a pretty sensible guy. I am. And call me up. Like, I'm in Houston, Texas right now, just letting y'all know. But they got planes and cars, so I can come to where you are. So if you're in Oklahoma, hey, I'm there. Montana, I'm there. However you want to do it. Anybody in the bayou, let me know, because I know y'all like that swamp thing. I'm there. I'm over there in the Okefenokee Swamp. I'll let me.
Okay.
I just always wanted to say Okefenokee. Oh, yeah, there we go.
So, speaking of how people can contact you, let us know where everyone can shop your brand, how they can get in contact with you, follow you, all of that. I'm going to put it on the screen for those watching on YouTube, and I'll have it in the description in the podcast as well. So, how can people get in contact with you in order to get some of their own Swamp brand clothing?
Okay. Website, swampbrand.com. Okay. On Instagram is Swamp Brand Clothing, at Swamp Brand Clothing. And those are my main two. We do have Facebook, Swamp Brand Clothing. But if you want to see updates, you want to see fun reels, I be doing reels, y'all. So that, hit up that Instagram. I'm playing around with that old tiki-taki, trying to figure it out. And once I get that, backpack, whatever the sound is, I'm gonna be on there doing my thing, how I do it when I do it, because I do it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe use that soundbite. Well, yeah. Yeah. DJ drop. I don't know. You know, they'd be like, take Heath on the beat or whatever. Weezy out of here. Like, do that. Yeah. You're welcome. You want me one more time?
No, we're good. Oh, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah. Oh, I love that shit, nigga. And you got to rap too. Like, put that before all your. Yeah.
Again,
boy,
this is family,
big.
And I am surprised that this interview stayed on track for as long as it did. So thank you very much.
I appreciate your time, and y'all make sure y'all go to the Instagram Swamp Brand Clothing again, because we got that pre-order link out. Okay, we got some hot stuff. I'm talking about hot. Y'all ever had one of them hot sausages from the gas station? Hot. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about something else. You know what I'm saying? You ever, for the ladies or some of the men, you ever remember when your mom used to have that hot corn on that stove? You smelled it before you saw it. I'm talking about hot. I'm talking, don't move. I don't want to burn your neck. That's some hot stuff. Tina know. She done had that hair straightened before, or she done locked it up. I done seen my sisters go through it. My mama say, don't move now. They move every time they move.
And with that, we're going to end it right there. Okay.
Boy, that thing. Woo.
Oh my goodness. I love you so much. This was so much fun. Thank you for joining me on my show.
No problem.
I was happy to have you back. And I wasn't recording at the beginning, like I said, because we got to talking at the very beginning. We were supposed to start the interview, but this is my third time interviewing you. Every time I have a platform, I always, if you my people, I want people to know about my people. That's just what I do. So you, I love to connect people as well. So when I was making my list of people that I wanted to interview, I was like, why have I not contacted Kwab yet? He's first on the list. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I love your brand. I love what it stands for. It is excellent quality. I don't be like, hey, send me some free stuff. I actually purchase his brand. So make sure that you are supporting your friends. I know what he said earlier, don't make stuff for your friends, but for your friends that do have businesses, make sure that you support them every way that you can. So even if I could not purchase from him, I'm still sharing my platform with him. It is free to repost people. Like, support comes in many forms. So make sure that you're out here supporting your friends. I just had to get that in there. So thank you again so much. And thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Blondie Spotlight. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe. You can also stream this show on several podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and Overcast.